How Long Gone? Save it for the podcast. Chris Black coming to you from Los Angeles, California. I'm back in the motherland. Them jeans, what's good?
What is good with me? Just, a little hungover from yesterday. Had a little Pilates class right before. It really kind of, when you do the hangover Pilates, it can go one of two ways, and it went positive today. It really, it was a transcendent, I'm about to see God sesh. You know what I mean?
So you left energized instead of depleted?
No, I'm depleted AF, but, when you might know this from when you're doing some of your moves, you're doing some Romanian deadlift or something like that, and you just hit something in the right way, and you unlock some type of chakra that's been, dormant for years in your body,
of course.
Like a volcano. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I do know what that. I mean, I
I erupted today before the pod. That's what I'm saying.
I think chill with that. But I had some issues this morning with my rental car. I woke up. I was going to see Hunter, and I'm leaving in plenty of time because I want to hit the treadmill first. Whatever. And my car is just nothing. The button doesn't, it doesn't unlock. Nothing works. It's staring blankly at me. And I use the valet key to unlock it. Nothing works on the inside. And then I realized that the battery is dead. And that I assume that is my fault somehow. You could, as a gearhead, would you say that's safe to say?
I mean, what kind of car was it?
It's a Range Rover Sport.
Oh, you're a little whitey. I'm going to say it seems like a modern car would sort of have some type of automatic turn-off thing, but you never know with these cars.
That's what I thought. But anyway, so it really fucked my morning up, is all I'm going to say.
So there's a good chance that you just, unless you left the car running, which I don't think you would do. I don't think I'm... Not even in your most blunted years would you...
No, I never... That's what I'm saying. I mean, I walked... I don't know. I was just... It wasn't the way I...
Long story short, you did something wrong, and the battery's dead because of you.
Exactly. But because I walked to Paul Smith last night, so I hadn't used the car... I hadn't used the car in quite a while. So, But anyway, my day's off to a great start. A car didn't start. I had to deal with a Enterprise rental car tow truck driver who was not happy that I was 10 minutes late, basically, to meet him. But he was surly in a New York way. It actually brought me home. It was nice. It was nice to deal with.
Oh, okay, to the bosom of Santa Con's Manhattan.
But I wanted to, because speaking of Manhattan, there's a tweet that I've seen a lot of from some guy named Andrew Young, Yeung, who's an angel investor in 20 plus companies. So he's a winner. And you may have seen this. It says, nightlife in New York City is shifting from alcohol-induced socializing to activities that combine connection with intellectual interest. Out, clubbing, drinking games, bars without themes, in, lectures at bars, philosophy clubs, board game nights, reading meetups. Gen Zers are paying $40 a ticket to attend these things. Someone is going to build a massive platform aggregating these activities for the next generation. Jason, one guess where this guy is from. One guess what city this guy resided in before he moved to New York.
San Francisco.
Exactly. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
And that platform already exists. It's called LinkedIn, and that's where you go to all these dork loser meetups.
But I'm just saying, what is a philosophy club? If you're not in college or high school, what does that mean? Does that mean that young people are getting around and sitting in a circle and just talking about philosophy as a overall subject?
We all retire to the salon to exchange ideas with like-minded individuals, maybe have a snifter of chartreuse or something like that, and punctuate the evening with a cigar as we discuss the ins and outs of Balzac.
I've had quite enough of this shit. But I mean, it's like,
I would say out is saying stuff like that out loud.
The reading thing, at least the reading thing has like a history to it. I don't want to go to one, and I find it kind of insane, but I know that it exists because it's been going on for years and years, especially if you're promoting a book. That is part of the process. A lecture at a bar, that feels like a guy that's just done too much coke and is talking to me. I don't know what that means. Like, what does that mean?
These are things for, I don't know how to socialize super well.
Of course.
So instead of having a conversation with my friends who don't exist, I would rather go to a bar and then have somebody talk at me.
Sure.
And
It's easier.
Then I'm entertained.
I tell you what, nothing. This is just. I mean, I'm blown away by this. But this tweet is gone. This tweet has 1 million views.
It's some rage bait. I would say
the best
it's
response.
strong
I
rage.
mean, it's just the responses are amazing. But I also, well, before we talk about our Paul Smith event last night, I would like to just talk about Interpol for a second. A great band of our generation, a band that we both really like. I would say I've seen many times. Been on the podcast.
Been on this show.
Paul's been on the podcast. A great band, new record coming. I've heard some of it. It's great. They are opening for Somber, and people are not happy about it. Or they're more just, you know, kind of like can't believe, you know, that it's happening. And this has happened countless times over the year where, you know, someone new, you know, is obviously bigger than someone old, and it's hard to wrap our heads around. They seem to only be opening one show.
Yeah, nobody was like, "What the fuck?" The Breeders are playing before Olivia Rodrigo at where they normally play football games.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but Interpol's still selling 50,000.
Yeah, Interpol's still putting up big numbers, so I think everyone was a little upset about. I think it's a little too close, but I don't know. Like, maybe was the bag that good? Is it a humiliation ritual, or do they just not really give a fuck?
I don't know. I don't think it's the bag. I don't think it's humiliation ritual. I think it's the thing that we talked about with this is obviously less so because of the size, but a Zach Bryan situation where it's like, the Somber fans do not know who Interpol is because they are so young. So it's an opportunity to get paid very well and also introduce yourself to a very devoted audience that you might not get in front of otherwise. Optically, it looks crazy. No one can deny that.
Yeah,
but
do you? Because we've talked to other people before who have been in this situation. And we're always, you know, saying like, you know, yes, you get paid a lot of money and it's easy. You just go out there and you open for Taylor Swift or you open for Sabrina or whatever it is. And yeah, it's a bunch of people staring at you, you know, pissed off that you're not Taylor Swift. And every single time they're like, no, the fans, they learn all of our songs because there's such a great community. But that doesn't happen at every show. Those are more few and far between. I think it's more common. When, you know, are these 13-year-old girls going to really be into Interpol's antics?
I think it really does depend on the fan base. I think some of the fan bases really do like that.
I mean, it does depend, but is the Somber fan base one of those, or is it going to be one of those groups where they go and they put on diapers and they like chain themselves to the rail and like work on their knitting projects during the opening bands until?
Well, that's happening no matter what. That's happening no matter what. It just depends on how many of those people. But I want to say, you know, Interpol, stay strong. I think I look, it's a decision I may not make, but I understand why you're doing it. And when I saw that, I was stunned because I thought it was like the whole tour, one show. It could be filling in a gap. You know what I mean? It could be
the way the tour poster was lined out. It looked like they were direct support for the whole run.
Yeah, it did. It was the size of the font. You know how that goes.
Whoever at Live Nation put that deal together, come on the pod. I think you might be a little busy right now, though. But you know,
anybody from Live Nation, let me just holler at me. I'd love to talk. So we had our party at Paul Smith last night. We took over the pink wall, Jason, and I wasn't expecting people to be. Our private access to the pink wall was more exciting to our friends than I thought it would be, and I thought that was quite funny.
Yeah, it was feeling a little perverse. It was feeling like when they put Madison Beer inside the glass cage, and people, you know, being in such a public, sort of crazy, TikTok-y, Instagrammable, you know, the seventh wonder of the world, the pink selfie wall that has been, you know, thousands of people a day go and take their pics in front of it. And most people like us, you know, even though we like the Paul Smith clothing company, and when you go inside the store, it's a beautiful store, but it can be a cringy, you know, place to hang out outside. When you're there and it's locked in, you feel like you're really able to enjoy that without the shame of somebody driving by and thinking that you're taking you're doing one of your cat's eye choreos in front of the wall with your friends from nursing school.
Of course. That's exactly what's happening.
So it's nice. It was like we're lock ourselves in the room and we're gonna, you know, like the ortolan, that bird that you have to eat with the towel over your head so God doesn't see you. You know, like you get to you get to do something nasty and wrong. It's like a glory
I
hole,
saw some-
but with British menswear.
I saw some selfies being taken though. You know what I mean? I saw people getting their little shit, getting their little shit.
When
off.
in Rome.
Yeah, I don't.
It'd be weird if I didn't flick up.
I don't blame them at all. I don't blame them at all.
That I don't blame him for. A couple of them, I think Tim brought a little couple bounces, and he brought a couple outfit changes and things. He had a second AD with him, and I was like, this seems overload. But
I have to say, so Tim, our dear friend Tim, showed up in a t-shirt and jeans, and he just eaten McDonald's, and we were just we were joking about that he looked crazy,
and also a large Coca-Cola
and a cig, and then Chase from the Paul Smith team just went to the back and got him a jacket and put it on him. And it looked great. It looked great because he's sample size. And I was like, wow, this is the service. This is what I would love to be, a guy who shows up somewhere looking confused, and some guy goes into the back and grabs me a blazer that fits me perfectly and puts it on my body while I drink a 40-ounce Coke at 30 years old. It's honestly, the service was unmatched. I was stunned.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of, like a young Ashton Kutcher, just the driver drops him off in front of the party and he doesn't know where, is that where it is, up and down, north and south, and somebody's like, oh my God, you're too hot to not be wearing a blazer right now for the carpet. Let's get, because you were like, somebody get this guy a coat, and he was like, I'll do it.
He's like, BRB.
And I was like, do you want to tell him what size? He's like, I know. That's where you get the big bucks, mama.
I already know what size, sweetheart. Yeah, it was but I had a very good time, and I had a gnarly travel day, but I felt pretty good the whole time, I have to say.
You pushed it through, man. Yeah, we had a great talk with Delaney Rowe. She shared some great stories about a Coachella black car drive home that ended up costing a little bit more than she would have bargained for. And I did a great DJ set, flawless mixing as always. Shout out to our whole Paul Smith family.
I did not see the twist coming on the car story. I did not see that price increase coming the way that it did. I guess the severity of it was jarring to someone like me.
Yeah, man. I mean, it seemed like a good deal until it's not, but we've all been there, right? Luckily, she can afford it, especially after last night.
Where did you go after?
It was a classic. We went to Canter's.
Oh wow, okay. What do you get at 9:30 p.m. on a Wednesday at Canter's?
Turkey Reuben, onion rings.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. I've never eaten food there. I feel like we used to go there and get cake sometimes.
We used to go there. I mean, not defeating the allegations. We would go there and get martinis and a piece of coffee cake.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up, bro. Yeah, but I just incriminated our asses already. Yeah, I didn't. Is the food good? Is the food like pretty good? Is it one of those things? Is like the turkey Reuben and onion rings actually good?
No.
Okay,
no,
I didn't know
really.
if it. I didn't know if it was, but maybe there's probably a cookie.
I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad, but Jewish delis in LA, you got a lot of competition.
There's a hierarchy.
There's a Canter's. Obviously, it's an amazing room. The staff, they always have a lot of personality. It's cool being in a giant restaurant from the 60s that's open 24 hours a day somehow. But, I would rank them on the bottom end of the list in terms of flavor.
Yeah, but one's on Fairfax, and the rest are in Santa Monica.
That's right. Yeah.
So we got location matters.
I'm going to Brent's Deli or something in Canoga Park.
I've never heard of Canoga Park, so I'm not going there either. I'm not exactly sure what that is.
It's a nice place to live.
Our guest today is running a few minutes late, but that's no surprise to us. He's so busy, Jason. You know what I mean? He's so busy. He's just packed it in. And Jeremy O'Harris is a friend of ours for years and years. He's been on this podcast. He was one of our early guests on the podcast, where he famously broke down how little money you make on Broadway. Something I think about to this day.
I mean, that's why I got out of it.
Since then, he's done a million things. He's gone to jail, but he's got this new movie that he co-wrote with another friend of the show, Charli XCX, and several other people. And Jason, I've never said the name of the movie out loud. And it's a Polish word, and I don't feel comfortable sort of taking a swing, on mic. I don't know if you do, or if you want to wait till Jeremy gets here so that we can have him do his best Polish accent.
I mean,
what is your?
I was thinking about it because Polish, has sort of been kind of the punching bag of countries and races of people growing, 80s jokes, a lot of there's probably entire novels and books written about just Polish jokes. For whatever reason, I never understood why they always were dubbed a dumb people. It seems pretty cool, but, I would say trying to mimic a Polish accent, I don't have a problem with it. It's not, you're not asking me to say, how do you say eruption in Chinese, like that one's a little more treacherous.
That's right.
It's it's the word for eruption, but in Polish, ERUPCGA, things get tricky with the CGA. I'm going to guess, CJA. So, Erupcja.
Honestly, that's not, I don't know the answer, but I don't think that was bad. If that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if it's right, but
Erupcja.
It felt right. I mean, look, we can go to the source. It's fine. I'm sure he'll say it properly. He's had to say it over and over for the last 3 days because this thing's coming out.
I want to ask him because I was studying the word and I know that it's just the Polish spelling of the word eruption, but also I feel like it was chosen because it's sort of giving eusexia when I look at it with my eyes personally.
We don't talk about eusexia on this podcast. You know that. We can't. No.
Choreo is beyond.
Exactly. When you lead with choreo, you know what that means.
Look, that's not every case.
Okay, fair enough. All right, let's get our busy boy on the line and catch up for old time's sake, Jason.
He's late to the early time that he suggested. How's that work?
No, to be fair, and this is how it goes sometimes. This podcast has changed times 4 times, 3 in the last day, but it's been within an interesting 30-minute increment. So it's because the schedule is packed. Sometimes even when it's someone we're friends with, we're getting wedged in. You know what I'm saying? Which is fine. I know how I know
Can
how
we
it
do
goes.
12:20, 12:25 is not looking ideal right now.
Yeah, we got the Today Show. We got Access Hollywood. We got Entertainment Tonight. It did MTV News, 120 minutes. It doesn't. There's no getting us in there. Is they're doing us a favor, and I'm happy to be here.
Fish shop, all the shops.
We're going to all the shops. We got to see Evan
Red
Ross.
Table, Blue Table.
Right. We got to see Evan Ross Katz on Netflix. Pete Davidson's texting. It's a nonstop. When Bill Simmons calls, that's when we get kicked out. But I don't think Bill. I wonder if do you think Jeremy's on Bill's radar?
No. Yeah, I think Jeremy, I think he's going to do a live rendition of Slave Play on Minecraft tonight. Actually, him and Travis Scott they're going to raid.
Just a promotion for the movie. It is Charli's British Vogue cover that looked beautiful. I really loved it. That's nice. Even though it's promo for her new album, it does seem well timed for this film, which I'm sure everyone's very happy about.
Similar to when you're always ready, you never have to get ready. When you're always doing things, you always have things to promote.
Exactly.
I mean? So you never have to worry about how it's all going to slot in. The slot's slotting.
The slot is slotted. All right, let's give Big Jeremy a call.
You do a standing desk at 6'7"?
Yeah. Could I get any more straight, right? Do gay guys do standing desk?
No, I don't standing desk. I think I probably should, but I wouldn't work. I would just be like, okay, I'm going to walk away from this thing now.
Well, here's what I do, Jay. I record standing, but I like to edit seated, and I'll kind of mix and match with my editing, you know what I mean? And I record sober, but I edit, you know what I'm saying, blazed out. You know about drug use.
No, I don't, actually. They dropped the charges. I don't know if you know that, but...
Yeah, no, we don't know that. We don't have the internet. We haven't been seeing this for the last 2 weeks on VanityFair.com and other important outlets.
It's very funny, people thought I was down for the count. I saw people saying all sorts of crazy things. I saw a meme of myself in a Japanese prison where I like a prison shower looking scared, like someone had made it on AI.
Dasha made that? Damn.
And then there were 10 Japanese guys behind me leeringly. And I was like, first of all, I'm 6'5". Second of all, I wish, can you imagine, not that,
run a J train on me.
Exactly. I don't think that prison rape is something to laugh about. I'm saying that me personally, I was very horny for 23 days, and I do wish that
I will say that the Japanese, your cellmates don't seem like the most threatening. They're pretty non-threatening people as a culture. Even the ones that are in jail, it's a cultural difference.
Well, actually, this is a story I haven't told because I wrote it as a really good essay, and I was like, I should save this. But I do think I can tell you guys about this story. Because it's fun and no one really listens to your podcast, so it's fine.
Exactly. It's perfect.
Like, well, actually, the audience for your podcast doesn't read. I think is like the.
It's going to be one of those episodes. Okay.
I mean, do you think you have a literate crowd, or are they all listening to Dua Lipa?
No, I think it's more.
Why not both?
I hope it's 60% literate, 40% Dua Lipa.
Okay,
Jeremy, I think our crowd is sort of a combination of those two options. They listen to their articles now, myself included.
I want to be clear. I do not do that.
Chris does not, but I have Speechify. I take all my cool articles, my New Yorkers, whatever, load them up, and then I go about my day. I walk the dog, I do the dishes, I make the bed, whatever, and then I have Gwyneth Paltrow's AI voice reading every story to me.
is it actually Gwyneth?
Yeah. You can pick like hundreds of,
That is nice.
Snoop Dogg one day, Gwyneth next day, but how do you pick somebody other than Gwyneth, you know?
I would love Gwyneth. I mean, I love Gwyneth is one of my favorite people in the world. I did tell someone very recently, and it's rude because I believe that people with dyslexia and all other types of learning disabilities should be supported.
Here
but
we go.
I do think it's unfair that people count audiobooks as reading books.
Thank you, King. Thank you. It's different.
It's different. It's just like a different act, right? Like if you are like the act of actively reading means that you're like doing a thing that involves like this motion, this you're not inert. You can be inert in listening.
Let me put it in a way that you might understand. Let me put it in a way you understand. Jerking off ain't having sex. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, that's a good way to put it.
You can get to the same result, but it ain't the same.
Yeah.
No. That's not true. It's the difference is eyes and ears, right? It's just all it is.
Not eyes and ears.
The artwork is coming in through your eyes, or the artwork is coming in through ears.
And you're also engaged when you're reading a book.
It's physical.
A Kindle is different.
Yeah, it's physical.
Yeah.
Kindle is a great device because of travel. It really is amazing in that sense.
100%.
Yeah, but when you say people count it as reading a book, as if there are like standings where we all keep track of this.
So okay, now we've gamified everything in our life. Don't pretend like we haven't. People are like, "Yo, I'm on movie 45 of the week on Letterboxd," and it's like, okay, free.
Get a life,
like, how many are you actually watching?
Go change your cat litter box, bro. Not your letterbox.
And people are, I don't know the app they're doing it with books on, but they're doing it with books. They're like being like, yo, like, look how many books I read this month. 25. You know who does it a lot? Ludwig.
Oh, call him out. Say his name.
Ludwig Hurtado.
You know, Jeremy, it's interesting you're saying this because I believe that I saw an article literally on VanityFair.com where you listed the 23 books that you read while you were in jail. So
that's why he wants credit because, I was in jail. And of course I would read if I was in jail, but I got freedom. I have a park.
You have freedom.
I got freedom.
It's hard for people to sit in a chair and read a book and have their glass of water next to it and put the phone down. So would you say that listening to a book is at least better than not absorbing it at all? It's something.
I will say that, yes, it's better than just walking around like empty head, like,
definitely
vibeless,
It's better than walking around listening to fuckers.
But I do think that like it becomes harder to differentiate between like if you're listening to your podcast all day, then going and listening to Gwyneth Paltrow read you a book, then also watching 5,000 videos on your Instagram about like people yelling the news at you. I just don't know that your synapses are moving right.
Yeah,
because you're saying there's not enough differentiation between those things.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean I think there's probably some truth to that for sure. I mean, I think when a book is good, there's nothing better. But when I can't trudge through one anymore. I can't. If I'm reading for pleasure, I'm not going to force myself to finish something or read something I don't want to read.
I think that comes with age, right? Because there's so many books out there and so few years left.
What's the last book you quit?
What did I quit? Do I want to name? I'm probably not going to name that.
Name it. What book did you quit?
No, I'm trying to think.
Was it Fame Sick? It was Fame Sick, wasn't it?
No, Fame Sick. I'm devouring. I literally have it with me. That's a perfect example of a crisp, but it's got everything. It's got sex. It's got gossip. It's got celebrities that are unnamed, but you can guess. You know, it's a lawyer's dream too. Don't even have to name. You don't have to name anybody. We can all figure it out.
I'll say about the book. I love Lena. I think she's the greatest writer of our time. I am like, did you need a new house? because I'm like, she was in the clear. Everyone was like, Lena Dunham, she's fine. And her book is all about like, guys, being in the public eye sucks. And she's like, actually, let's get back in the middle of that.
When you put it that way, you're making a very,
Being
very
in the
good.
public eye is awful. Anyway, let's call her daddy tomorrow. And then after that, we'll do Z-Way.
I say that with every bit of love in the world for a woman who has been like, A, she's a collaborator. B, she's been such an inspiration of mine. I wouldn't be writing the mess I write if it wasn't for her. But it was a thing where I was like, girl, I don't think this is good for you. It's like watching an addict like go back to the sauce. You know, you're like,
yeah, but part of what makes Lena and Lana is they like a little mess. They can't help themselves.
Exactly.
And that's what we love about it, because most people are afraid to get into the mess.
It's just it's truly amazing to be it's the polarization, like how polarizing she is still when it's clearly that good, whether you like what she's saying or not. You know what I mean? I'm surprised by that, but that's the patriarchy.
I don't want to bring this up, but it is a thing I keep thinking about this week because they both re-entered the news cycle in a major way. But I'm like, who is hated more for no reason by the internet, Lena or Sam? Because I'm just like, why? Like, Sam Levinson can literally shoot 65mm, best show on HBO that weekend. Everyone's obviously watching it, and maybe watching it with one hand because they seem to like think it's the most sexual thing they've ever seen, even if it's not.
Hey, whoa, hey, whoa.
But it's crazy that everyone is those people could like cough and they're like, wow, like the fucking gall of them to cough in the middle of a room.
No, that's true. Sam Levinson is hated because people think he sexualizes women too much. That's the only thing
That's the only reason he's hated.
But what else is there? I've never watched Euphoria.
I honestly think that a lot of the hate is like completely based on whatever. I'm gonna get in trouble. Cut this. Actually, I can't talk about it.
Okay, well, we're gonna cut it because you keep dinging.
Yeah, turn your ding off.
I'm gonna turn it off. How do I do this? Yeah, it's just I don't know, man. It's really.
But you think he's being unfairly maligned?
I just think he's being overly maligned. Critique the man, critique all the art, but I'm just like, you guys are all watching it and pretending like he like ruined your childhood by making a show that you consumed aggressively for 2 seasons, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just like I don't know, like even in the second season when it was the most watched show on HBO, people were like, I hate this. It's the worst thing ever. Give me the next episode. And that's just like not how I behave around things I hate. And the same is true with Lena. People are like, Lena is the worst person that's ever written a thing ever. Put on Girls season 3 one more time. Let's run that shit back. And you're like, what?
Right. I know what you mean. And it's not hate watching because there's something there that's really bringing them in. Because like when we watch And Just Like That,
that's hate watching.
It's Taco Bell at 3 a.m. like, give me the slop.
Like the main thing that people accuse Sam of as well is like being a thief of like the aesthetics of like other directors or photographers, which I'm like, yeah, guys, that's what being a director is, right? Like most directors, like name a director who's giving you an original image. Like I will wait, but like they all are like collaging a lot of different influences to make something new and special in a different medium, right? Like if like Tyler Mitchell's photography has inspired how I look at Black people, or Gordon Parks' imagery has inspired how I look at Black people, that's because there's only a specific amount of people who are taking photographs of young Black men in a very specific way. And it's a generous thing to homage them in the same way that like it's probably a generous thing to homage like the photographers who have taken a lot of photographs of young women in new and dynamic ways.
Sam has been paying homage to Terry Richardson in a beautiful way. I agree with you. I think he's really celebrating the work of Terry, and I think that's why it's resonating with people. It's resonating.
Well, I mean, listen, it's popular in Japan. One of the things my Japanese like detective was really excited by was the fact that I like had a producer credit on Euphoria, and he was like, wait a second, can you introduce me to Sydney Sweeney? And I said, I'm in jail. And then I was like, I don't think I can do that.
When he said Sydney Sweeney, this is an audio podcast, but he held his hands up to his chest kind of like that when he said Sydney Sweeney, right?
I don't know if he did all that,
okay.
But he kept pointing to pictures of her and he said, she's very beautiful. No, very beautiful. And I said, yeah, she's a pretty girl.
Yeah, she's a pretty girl. You're like, not my flavor?
Yeah, good genes.
Can you explain producer on Euphoria, What did you actually do?
I was just another voice around him that, like, there was no writer, so we had a lot of people.
Oh, I understand. So he's just knocking ideas off you.
Yeah, trusted readers, right? Like, I was a reader and gave thoughts, but like I was not instrumental in that show in any major way. And it was like, if anything, a really generous thing that like helped me on board being a working television writer when I first started. At HBO, because like the HBO system is very weird, and I think that, like, there's only a few people who have really made it through that like colossal system and like made it out of the other end without being attached to Game of Thrones in the last decade. And so it's like it was really great to see, like, oh, this is how like a person can write a thing, but a thing you write won't be on TV unless you have a producer that can explain to each of your execs at HBO and then to the big boss at HBO why, like, this daring idea is worth the millions of dollars they're going to put into making the one episode. And not everyone who develops a show at HBO has a producer as good as someone like Kevin Turan. And I think it was really great to watch, like, how Kevin and then Ashley both worked really well of like translating the universes like Sam was creating into a language that, like, Franny and Casey and everyone at HBO could understand.
Shout out to Franny and Casey. Love you guys.
Something about Lena's book that was interesting was how it was like, yeah, back then, like, there weren't a million shows. Like, it was a big fucking deal. Now there's like a million. It's not that special, unfortunately. I mean, things break through, but overall, there's a lot of things that aren't that special.
This is very true. Sorry, I just got off because I wanted to stand up and change my pants, and I was like, that would be inappropriate to do on video.
This isn't one of your little Stradio Lab podcasts, all right? Let's keep it above the line.
Yeah, we do things different around here. This thing's above board over here at How Long Gone.
Keep the sausage and the lueves, please.
Oh, listen, this is feeling a little Stradio Lab to me. I mean, every time I talk to you guys, it feels like it's like, like it's giving Stradio. That's all I'll say about that.
You mean we're like pretty gay? Is that where you?
Yeah, you guys are really gay. Chris is a fashion designer. He's damn near like, Calvin Klein.
Wait, Calvin Klein's gay?
Hold on, he was married to a woman though.
Yeah, Chris, he does have a little bit of an Alexander McQueen, a young McQueen. He's got his little flannel buttoned up nice, got the head shaved. Start chain smoking, fuck your teeth up. We're gonna be good, Chris.
I can. Yeah. My teeth are fine, but thank you for that feedback.
That's what's holding you back.
Jeremy, what were you gonna? You didn't tell us the story.
I didn't tell you the story. I was just thinking. I was like, are we gonna go back around to that? So basically, the first couple of days I was in a cell by myself, and then they moved me to a cell with this guy named Tomo. Tomo had been there since July 23rd because he was a loan shark. I was obsessed with Tomo. He was really fun. And because he had been there since July 23rd,
he was Japanese.
Japanese.
Okay.
Because he had been there since July 23rd, he was teaching himself English, which was really cool. So he had like all these, like, because like, literally all you can do is read. So this man was a reading machine, and he had like an English to Japanese dictionary and all these sort of like child like English books. And he and I became really close because I was like, you're the only person I could talk to here. And so I would help him with English. I would show him like a Todd Hito photo book and ask him to describe the photograph to me.
This is great.
And it was really amazing. And so it was just me and him for like a couple days. And then this guy Ruki comes in, and Ruki was very cool. He was kind of like a rude boy, very fun. He was arrested for a building violation. I don't really understand what that was.
Not very fun.
It was kind of confusing. I mean, I looked up what they said he did, and I don't want to put him on blast, but it did seem kind of sketch. Like, maybe going up to old people's houses and being like, yo, you need your roof redone. And
oh, that's fine. That's basically white collar crime. That's
rude boy behavior at most.
Yeah. It was kind of all, but like they were vibey, and Ruki didn't really speak English, but he demanded that I learn Japanese if I was going to be teaching English.
Sure, it's got to go both ways.
And what Ruki says goes.
Yeah, and we had this great little like consortium. They were really chill when it came out that I was gay, because my fiance sent me photographs of myself and him, and they were like best friend, and then there was a picture of us kissing. I was like, I don't know about best friend.
Like, I don't actually like him that much, but we are married. It's not that.
It was really funny because at one point they were like, they were trying to make sense of the fact that I was gay because they're like, "You so tall, like why are you gay?" That's
too tall to be gay.
I went back into my memory and remembered exactly the vernacular they used when they asked me. So that was not me doing a racism. That was me doing reporting.
Doing a racism. Thank you for that. That clarification.
So they thought you were a big straight football player, basketball player, something like that. But
100%.
in fact, okay.
And also because Japanese culture is a little gay. At one point, because we would all like sing songs and like you have to keep yourself interested. And I was, who's your favorite American singer? And they said at the same time Mariah Carey, and then Lady Gaga. And I was like, this is a gay culture. Lady Gaga and Mariah Carey, your favorites. Anyway, so we had a great little pot. It was just the three of us. And then the place started getting a little overcrowded in general. And so they were like, oh, we had to add a fourth person in here. And there had been a guy that had been walking by a lot. And we would also always guess like why people were in there and then sort of like make an assumption about them based on their vibes. Because the security people couldn't tell you, like the officers wouldn't tell you why someone else was arrested. Like,
yeah, sure. You have to ask them yourself.
Yeah. So this one guy came in and they had overheard something in Japanese and they were like, oh, and they did a gesture for like upskirting. Like they're like, he hurts girls. I was like, he upskirted someone. They're like, yeah, bad guy. And then they did like an image of like cutting off a penis and they were like, fuck that guy. I was like, yeah, that guy sucks. And then they were like, by the way, we're gonna put that guy in your cell. The officer was like, he's a really good guy. You guys are gonna like them. And we had already made this decision that like we had decided that he was there for upskirting a girl. Like he gave upskirting. Someone had sort of whispered something about that. So we were like, that's what he did.
You went with it. You went with the narrative.
Yeah, and we were like, why are you gonna let this guy into our cell? Like this guy is a fucking freak. Like he is a sex pest.
And the guard was like, this is jail. You know that, right? These guys are all bad.
Yeah. So then he gets put in there and he's like kind of a nerd and he has glasses and like weird skin and his feet are really calloused. And I noticed that because I was like, whoa, you have like what I would think if I just saw these feet in like a mugshot of themselves, I'd be like, this is
you had Arvon send over some baby feet for this man. You're like, yo, we need then the next care package.
Did you learn how to say ashy in Japanese?
Exactly.
All right, so his feet were fucked up. Did you find out what he was in for? Did you find out?
I'm getting there. I get it. It's a podcast. It's only 30 minutes or some shit. But like,
no. He's a storyteller. Let's go.
I'm not trying to silence
your. I'm not. A little CeraVe on.
I'm not trying to silence black voices. I'm not trying to silence black voices. I would never do that. You know that.
I know you weren't trying to do that. I'm not. This isn't Z-Way. I wasn't going to try to catch you there. Also, I'll get arrested if I see a white person trying to silence black voices these days. So I'm not even fucking around with that.
We're back, baby. We're back. Don't forget it. We're back.
I'm like, DE who? Never heard of her. Anyway, we asked him, so what did you do? Immediately when we asked him, he burst into tears. And he like says like work stress. And we're like, work stress. And so then he cobbles together in like Japanglish, like some version of a story where he was working and then his little daughter came into his office and was like, Dad, come to dinner. He didn't realize who he was and he had just told his wife to stop bothering him. And he accidentally hit his daughter and her nose started bleeding. And so then he got arrested. But it was an accident and it was work stress. And we were all like, oh, so he did hurt a girl, but it wasn't upskirting. Like maybe he's chill. Like, I don't know.
I don't want to get into the weeds here, but what's worse, hitting your daughter or an upskirt picture?
It's a great question.
Well, so in my mind, there were a lot of ways he could have hit his daughter, right? Like if he hit her purposefully, it's like that's really
that's
bad.
different, of course.
But like if you like make a gesture like what's going on and then accidentally hit your daughter,
you shouldn't be doing fed time for that.
Yeah, it feels fucked up, but like not like a human mistake, right?
Yeah.
The next morning we were doing our 30 minutes of like exercise time and we were like hanging out and like talking because all we did during exercise time was talk.
Mm-hmm.
And then he starts going like, we're like, what? And he's like, and we're like, what the fuck is going on? And then he's like, starts kicking the wall with his bare feet like really hard. And we're like, what? And then he's kicking really high and we're like, what the fuck? And then they ask him what he does in Japanese and then they're like, oh, and I'm like, what? And they're like, oh, and then he leaves, and they're like, yo, Jeremy, he is the number 4 best like karate master in all of Japan. He's supposed to go to the Olympics in 2028, and that's why he's freaking out and crying. And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah. So when he hit his daughter, it wasn't just a hit, it was a
It's like when people say like, oh, I can't get in a fight, my hands are deadly weapons.
yes. We were like, oh, this changes everything. And then I was like, wait, but he's saying he can get out before Christmas. Do you think he will? And he says, him out. And this is Ruki. Ruki said, him out before Christmas? No, no one wants bad Santa. Bad Santa, no Christmas. And that is what I think about when I think of the dangerous people in jail. There weren't any, but there was bad Santa, and he could have actually killed me.
So to be clear, you never. It doesn't. Have you been to jail in the U.S. before?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were a real one.
I went to Yale. I'm sorry. It's a very different type of jail.
It rhymes.
I'm sorry.
It rhymes.
I was about to say they have jail there, I'm sure, but it's yeah. I can't even imagine how civilized a Japanese jail is. It feels so foreign in that way to me.
It was really similar. I mean, like, my schedule was like lovely. It was a really amazing schedule. Waking up at 7 a.m., cleaning out your cell, very like particularly with everyone, getting like a 30-minute PT session, coming back at 8:30, you're allowed to write for the rest of the day. They give you a pen then you just sort of hang out.
But you had access for email to email?
No.
He couldn't even get a phone. He couldn't get a phone call, Chris.
You can't get a phone call. You didn't read the article.
No, I definitely didn't. Why would I read the Why would I read the article when you're coming here? I want to hear it from your ass.
Well, I don't want to keep repeating the story. I'm so over articles. Like, I'm done with the story.
Well, too late, bitch. All right. Well, I guess that.
Chris, maybe you're so busy. Maybe you should listen to the article. I'll send you a link.
Thank you. That'd be super helpful. Well, we're just glad you made it out. That's really what we care about.
Well,
here.
no, listen,
the details.
I was never worried about getting out because I have like an enormous amount of good luck on my side. And I don't know. Have you ever been arrested? I'm sure you have.
Yeah. But nothing crazy. I mean, nothing crazy like graffiti and like shit. Nothing like real.
It was just this thing where I was like, really, guys? And I think that like the only thing I feel annoyed about is that everyone told me I would be there for the full 23 days. And I really believed the lawyer that we had gotten who kept saying like, you should be out like tomorrow, maybe day after. And I kept telling them like, my lawyer says I'm out tomorrow. And they were like, no, it's 23
how it works.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I became like the sort of stereotypical person in the prison movie who's like the naive young boy who's never been arrested. Who's like, at any day now I'm getting out. And then you see them 23 days later and they're still there.
Okay, final question. How much did it cost you to get out?
Nothing. Well, I mean, I had a lawyer, and so the lawyer was, I think, overall $5,000. But the lawyer
that's not bad.
Yeah, but the lawyer didn't talk to anyone. Like, the lawyer didn't talk to anyone except for me and my family. Having a lawyer in Japanese jail before they press charges is basically like having a carrier pigeon who can tell the people on the outside what was going on with you on the inside. But like, they don't sit with you when the prosecutor's with you. They don't talk to the judge.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Like, you're kind of on your own and they're waiting for you to fail. Like, it's like being in a really intense version of like the verbal part of the SAT where they're like, if you say one word out of line, we got you.
Mm-hmm.
You self-incriminated. So you have to tell the story the exact same for 23 days.
I'm learning a lot about the jail system in Japan. You mentioned that you lost 10 pounds. What part of the body did you see the most?
Did I see the most weight loss?
Yeah.
The most transformation on the bod.
Well, because I am really lazy. I hate working out, but I don't really maintain any workouts in my head. But I do like ab workouts because like I used to do dance. So like as a child, we did ab workouts. So I just did all my dance workouts. And so I had cum gutters when I left. It was like amazing. Like that tight stomach.
Okay. So you went. I would love to. Yeah. You should publish that routine somewhere for all of us that didn't have an eating disorder and a mean instructor.
The Yakuza Core Blaster 15-minute sesh.
The Martha Graham Yakuza Core Blaster.
No, I mean, like it definitely was a thing. And also, like, I would be in these competitions with myself. It's all in my journal where I'd be like, today, if they don't let me out today, I won't eat lunch just to show them something. Like, I'm going on a hunger strike for lunch and dinner. And it was like, why? Like, it was like these weird games I would play that I would be like, I bet I could go like, 3 meals without eating today and like only eat the soup. And you're like, what? Interested somehow. Like pretend you're on Survivor.
You got to keep. Yeah, I kind of. It kind of makes sense to create games. As you say, we gamify everything. So why not jail?
What was it like opening up Instagram for the first time in so many days?
Oh my
so
God.
that was the real issue. So the thing I realized while I was inside, like I'm a smoker, I'm a drinker.
No, you don't say. I didn't know that. Huh.
And I do get anxious sometimes when my fiance's like, another cigarette. And I'm like, am I gonna be one of those people who's addicted forever? Like, am I fucked? But then I was there and like I kind of only wanted a cigarette the first 3 days, and then I was like, I'm over it.
So did this help you quit smoking?
No.
Slow down.
And then I didn't want to drink the entire time I was there. I didn't need that. But the only thing I thought about was my phone. I would dream about group chats. I would like have phantom notification sounds in my head. And I was like, did you guys hear that? And they were like, what? And it was like, everything you hear about an addict, like getting clean was how I felt with the, like going off my phone. And it really felt scary that like the first thing everyone wanted me to do when I got back was see the memes they sent me. They're like, did you see the thing I sent you on TikTok? I'm like, haven't opened it. So I didn't Instagram or TikTok for a week and a half while I was in Japan.
You haven't got back to me about that funny dog video I sent you 3 weeks ago. Just checking if you're okay.
Well, people were like really concerned. They were like, I sent you news there though. And I'm like, yeah, you could have texted it to me, I guess. Like, but they were like, you need to catch up on what's been going on. I'm like, let me guess, Trump made it worse.
Yeah, like what am I? Yeah, like if it's that bad, I'll see it on my
Trouble in the Middle East.
Yeah.
What is but you take long breaks from your phone to work though, right? In general?
No, because I tricked myself. I'm such an addict. I tricked myself into thinking for a long time that my phone was how I worked. That my phone helped me work, right? It's like if I don't know enough memes, if I'm not listening to the kids, then I can't write really. And so now I've gotten to a really healthier place with my phone where I'll spend like a whole day writing without looking at it or pretending like I need to check something on Wikipedia on my phone because I don't.
Yeah, it's all that Wikipedia time you're doing on the phone that's rotting your brain, huh?
Yeah, because it always starts with Wikipedia, and then all of a sudden you found yourself on like a Twitter thread about like here are the 14 ways that like AI data centers are going to like ruin the water in Kentucky, and I'm like, I need to know what's going on in Kentucky.
This is important stuff. We got to process all this info ASAP.
Yeah. I'm gonna fix this today.
If I don't look at this,
going down a deep rabbit hole, a Tina-inspired rabbit hole, some could say.
I'm also like always looking up videos of clavicular, and speaking of Tina, and Vicky, I find my way into like their weird clip farms. I'm obsessed with those clip farms. I want to understand how they work. Do you guys use a clip farm? Is that how you guys have gained such?
I would love to. I would love to. I mean,
no, we can. Like, a friend of ours does a thing, and you can just like see how much money you want to pump. Like, I want to do $300 worth of.
It's like Facebook ads.
It's
like Facebook ads in the glory days. I mean, the Geese stuff that's going on right now is.
I love the Geese stuff. Also, did you see the tweet that was like, Dan? Hold on, let me find it. It's so good because I have been telling people for a while. I saw Geese play it at SNL. I was like, I like it. I'm feeling it. But when everyone was telling me about Geese, I was like, guys, it's giving sketch. Like something ain't right about this.
Okay. You sniffed it out.
Sketch.
I sniffed it out early. Well, because Rostam loves to play like street team for any straight white man. And he was like, Cameron Winter
Thank you.
amazing.
Shout out to Rostam. He's street team for us. And so we got to give him.
Street team for you guys so much. He's always like, well, I don't know. Chris Black told me. And I'm like, I don't care what Chris Black told you is the best coffee in New York. I promise you right now, it's not the best coffee.
Rustam might like Cameron for a few different reasons, but
yeah,
he thinks Cameron is a very talented musician, and I agree. But I told him, I was like, it's giving something gives scam about this. And yesterday, after the Clip Farm shit dropped, he was seen out with Olivia Rodrigo. And someone tweeted, as a former music publicist, I can tell you these chaotic good guys are in a league of their own. Because that is crazy. To dead it all by being like, Cameron Winter's dating Olivia Rodrigo, maybe.
Guys, I think being a stick man is separate. I would love for it to be related, but I think Cam being a stick man and being able to pull one of the greatest pop stars of our time.
I'm not saying that he was pulling her because of his bosses. I'm saying that the TMZ photograph of them going out coinciding
Yes,
with that
yes,
shit
yes.
is some great PR.
The narrative has been rewritten instantaneously.
Yes.
Now everything is all about Rodrigo.
That's God's plan. That's
Well,
too good.
Jeremy, do you agree about the chaotic good? Just like a straight white guy who's just like talented, charming, doesn't brush his teeth, hasn't washed his sheet, blah, blah, hair's a mess, and you're just like, I cannot help myself, but I gotta fuck you. You know what I mean?
I don't get that one so much. I like, the kind of straight guy I'm most into is the kind of straight guy who like gives a little gay, like, but is like a menace to women, but like has so many gay friends around him.
A menace to women in what way?
Like just spiritually, like he's ran through, but like seems like a feminist. I guess they call them performative males. I'm a sucker for a performative male.
You said perform for me.
You want
Exactly. I like him tap dancing.
I actually grew up a dancer. I was in the drama program at Yale. So if you don't mind, just do one of your 5-minute.
I mean, I think of the two of you, Chris is the more performative male. I mean, look at how he's sitting right now. That is so.
I'm sitting in a
His gay
chair.
ass. He doesn't sit in the chair. I sit in the chair. He retires to the study. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm retired in my study. Fuck both of y'all hater asses. God damn it. Damn, this is our podcast. You can't talk to me like that. Are you in LA to promote this movie, or are you in New York?
I am in LA to promote this movie. This movie that's kind of about how women don't like boyfriends, maybe. All the girls who are watching it are like, honestly, I feel this with my bestie and my boyfriend all the time.
That they would prefer to spend time with the bestie.
Yeah.
No shit.
But sometimes the bestie is a little more than a friend. You know what I mean? So I watched it this morning, actually, with a little hangover before my Pilates.
You're doing morning Pilates.
Not my stizzle.
And I'm the gay one.
Actually, the straightest thing to do is do morning Pilates. Midday Pilates, gay. Morning Pilates, straight.
Thoughty, super thoughty. Can you expand on that? On the reasoning why? Or is it just a feeling?
Well, because morning Pilates is more militaristic, and I believe Joseph Pilates was a straight man.
Yeah, can you imagine? Speaking of run through, imagine.
Yeah, exactly.
That's performative as a motherfucker.
That's crazy.
He said, I built a machine for you hoes.
Let's get it tight, get it right.
No, your shoulders aren't going to get big at all, baby. Just the gutters only. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
No, but I'm pretty sure that like the jobless gays amongst us, the creative director class, only go to midday afternoon like Pilates sessions. So that just feels like the gayer time to go. And the morning are for people who are really rise and grind type straight.
That's I think that's probably fair.
Also, the chicest women are there in the morning, right before
Absolutely.
The baddies are 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Baddies
Well,
are 7 a.m.
I was not there at 7 a.m., but we're working our way down, working our way up. But back to the film.
Oh wait, hold on. Oh yeah, I think that Joseph Pilates was fucking Martha Graham.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's real flexibility at work.
Nice pun, Chris.
Yeah.
I just looked up Martha Graham. She was born in 1894. Goddamn, old bitch. She's no longer with us, of course, but wow.
Joseph Pilates was born in 1883.
The core strength between the two of those people.
I know.
Unbelievable. Think about, they should have had a plank competition before they had sex to really see who's
They
the
ain't
top.
fucking, they doing choreo, horizontal choreo. Okay, so the film is called Euphoria, and it's about how lesbians are volcanoes. Fun to watch, but they'll fuck up your day, right?
You called the movie Euphoria?
It was a joke.
We're joking because we don't know how to say it. Can you say it?
Erupcja.
Erupcja.
Okay. You understand that's hard to pronounce, obviously, for us, the uninitiated.
Yeah, so the idea of the title is that like this is not a capitalist endeavor, right? We're not trying to be Oppenheimer or Barbie.
Okay, yeah, we know. Okay, I know. Yeah, you're so brave for not trying to. Look, we don't want to win awards. We don't want to make any money. We just want this thing to be out there, man, in the world.
I want to lose 20 grand and sweep it can.
No, we really, I think one of the things Pete really likes about making movies is the process of making them and like making something that's fun and jangly. But I do think that when you put Charli XCX in a movie, and again, everyone wants people to watch your movie, everyone wants people to hang out. When you put Charli XCX in your indie movie, it does feel like you're asking a different thing. And I think that like just one way of being like, no, we're not asking for that is to call it Erupcja. Maybe in the same way that calling an album Brat and not doing a cover art is saying, I don't want that. And if you get it out of that, it's great. But
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. So you're hoping this movie succeeds, but not too much.
yeah, like, you know, we still want to be on the side.
It seems like it's going pretty well. I feel like it seems I've seen positive stuff really only
From the, oh yeah, I mean, the Rolling Stones review was insane.
in a good way or a bad way.
Oh, in a very good way. It was so nice. They loved the movie. They talked about the poetry. They say Charli is so good in it. Wait, why is someone calling me?
Because you're at a hotel?
Hello? Yeah, I do need service. Can she come in like an hour? Thank you. They're trying to service me.
I gotta say, this looks like an indie. This looks like an indie budget hotel. That's coming from someone who's also in an indie budget hotel.
What hotel are you at? Oh my God, we should hang out.
Where are you?
Damn. You're at the Fly-In Hotel.
Because you're right next to Jones on 3rd, which is one of my favorite places.
I would love to see you at Jones on 3rd.
I devour a Jones on 3rd. And there was the cutest guy at Jones on 3rd yesterday that kept looking at me. And I was like, why are you looking at me? Do we know each other? Do you want to get to know me? I'm married, but you're beautiful. And I just realized that, like, as much as I tell the world that I think the hottest men are in New York, sometimes the hottest men are in LA.
But what did he look like? Do he look like an actor, or do you look like a regular guy who's
Was
hot?
he a customer or an employee?
He was an employee, but he did look like a movie star.
Yeah,
like he looked like a movie star.
So you're saying I can change your life, like is what you were trying
I
to.
was not saying that. I was.
You're saying put down that Chinese chicken salad and come with me.
You just
big dog.
made your last meatloaf sandwich, young man. Name's Jeremy.
You know what's funny is that I wish that I did have that dog in me that was like, yeah, I will, but I just have never been attracted to that. I'm too attracted to still being discovered myself. That's why I only like men with gray in their beards, because like I can still imagine that I'm the young Anjane.
So you don't want to do the discovered. You want to be discovered.
I still want to be discovered all the time.
You want to be taken as a lover, not to take.
Yeah. But I can admire beauty because I am an aesthete, you know?
I also admire beauty. I say that I love to be surrounded by beauty, and people laugh at me, but I'm serious. What's the problem?
Yeah, he's straight.
That has
Keep saying he's straight.
I'm not saying that has to do with men or women. I'm saying just in life.
Wait, which men do you think are the most beautiful? Like of the crop of like young talents that abound constantly, who are the ones you think are the most beautiful?
Well, here's the problem, Jeremy. They all have the same bad haircut, and it's really causing problems.
A lot of them do have bad
I have a
haircut.
tough time judging because obviously, you know, Jacob Elordi and Austin Butler and Paul Mescal are all good-looking guys, but they all have this stupid haircut. And I'm just like, shave your head. You don't have to do this. You're too good looking.
You see that Pedro Almodovar like came for Jacob hardcore today, just off rip, no reason, just was like, honestly, is he a good actor? I don't know. Is it that hard to speak in a low voice and be sexy in Frankenstein? Also, why is Frankenstein sexy? I don't know. He's giving sex symbol, not actor.
Why is Frankenstein sexy?
I was like, what? Like, it was just like a random thing to read today, and I was like, why is Almodovar just out in the streets like that?
Why not, bro?
Pedro had the time.
Bring back hating. You know, bring back. Let it spray.
Yeah.
Jacob Elordi is he's gonna be just fine.
He's great. I mean, he has made every man think that Bottega will look good on him.
That's honestly, that's what he should be in Japanese jail for. Because that shit, if I pull up with the purse, it ain't working for me. It ain't. If I pull up with the $10,000 purse and it's pink, it ain't. That's not doing me any favors,
wait,
bro.
You know who has the $10,000 pink Bottega bag?
Who?
My fiance. He was the third person in America to have it.
Damn.
I think his is more expensive than $10,000. He has the really big one.
You didn't pay full retail though.
I didn't buy it.
Did he pay for full retail?
His rich friend did.
Period.
That was a gift?
It was a gift.
You're saying Peter Thiel bought your husband a fucking Bottega bag for 10 bands?
What kind of friend is this?
Yeah, I don't have friends like that.
Keep an eye on this guy.
Sam Altman bought your. That's crazy, bro.
Arvon has 2 Birkins from girlfriends. These are girlfriends. I tell my fiance all the time he should not be gay. He should be straight. And
who are these? Who are these chicks tricking off like that?
2 women bought him a Birkin.
Yeah.
2 separate women, 2 separate Birkins.
Yes.
You must have a dick made out of gold. Jesus Christ.
You don't have to do shit. These hoes are taking care of it for
He
you.
has a gift of gab. Okay.
Yeah, so do I. I got 0 Birkins.
I got no Birkins. I'm negative Birkins if I look in my account right now.
But now he's gonna be so mad that I put it out there because now they're gonna be like, oh, someone else already got you one. So he's not gonna be
That's gonna be a
Thank you so much for this Birkin. I'll put him with the other ones. Anyway, what are you up to tonight?
TYSM. Well, no. Which one of those guys do you like the most of the hot male actor?
The big 5.
I would say that Charles Melton is probably my number 1 crush.
Oh yeah, Charles Melton's good looking.
I think he's like the most good looking of the young actors. Manny Jacinto is the hottest of the actors above that.
Manny
Who?
Lee Pace.
Well, yeah, Lee. Actually, you know what? I don't want to get in trouble, but Lee Pace is up there.
Yeah, Lee Pace.
Because Lee Pace could. The reason he's so beloved is because he could. You can't tell really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, you can't tell that he's gay.
He look when you physically look at him. He looks like he could steal your chick or you, and that is a powerful.
Chris said unclockable talent, unclockable trait.
Because he's from Texas. There's sort of an innate, just regular guy about him. And
is that what you know about Connor Story? He's also from Texas.
No, Connor's Story does nothing for me. Nah, bro. I'm all set on all that heated rivalry shit. Actually, Connor's Story is much hotter than the other one, though. Much hotter.
I'm sorry. I think that Hudson has something really special in episode 5.
Well, you have a type. You said Hudson. We got Manny. You have Wasian King.
Hudson's got a Wasian bubble butt. That's what you like.
Yeah, you got Wasian bubble butt king.
I have a type because I named 3 of the most gorgeous women in Hollywood, and they happen to be Asian.
Yes.
No, but Chris Black named 3 white men, and everyone's just like, whatever, par for the course.
No. Fair. You're right.
I'm diverse.
Okay.
My tastes are diverse, and I get it. DEI, diversity are bad things to say, but I also said Michael B. Jordan. I also would have said Edgar Ramirez or Danny Ramirez. I keep it mixed up.
I don't know who those are. Some of those guys are, but I
know who Danny Ramirez is?
I don't.
He dates Jessica Alba.
Oh, that's you. I mean, that doesn't. What is he in though? What movie?
He's in Top Gun. He's in like fucking Last of Us. He's about to be in the Todd Haynes movie.
Let me say something to you, Jeremy.
Back blown out by Pedro Pascal.
Let me say something to you, Jeremy. I appreciate all that about his career, but you did lead with he's dating Jessica Alba. So let's keep it a buck.
I led with what I thought you would understand.
Oh, now you're pandering to straight men. Okay, you're pandering to straight men.
I know that y'all sit and covet the hot women of Hollywood and wonder who's getting it when you can't. Right? So you guys constantly have a list. Who's dating who?
We do not have a list.
I know how to talk to straight men.
I do pay attention. I Jessica Alba is a beloved. She's beloved by all men. That's not my flavor, but she is beloved. She's aged like a fine wine.
Wait, is your flavor just white women?
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, now we can just say it. That's what's happening.
I'm not saying
we can just say it.
No, look, I can appreciate when Jason talks about cat's eye or one of whatever he's talking about, but that it's not.
There's a difference between a flavor and a hard line preference. You know? What I mean?
That felt, whatever just came out of your mouth felt very Georgian in a scary way.
Georgian, my state, not the country.
Yes.
No. I just think that it's. I'm just able to be honest about what I like, and I think some people have to, mask it in some ways. And I just think, why not? Jason and I are different.
Are you saying Jason likes only, he likes the Benetton nature of Cat's Eye or the youth of Cat's Eye?
I think he likes the Asian members of Cat's Eye.
Neither, guys. Neither to all of this.
There's only one Asian.
I'm joking.
I guess Asian too.
I'm joking.
I think the overarching point, maybe me more diverse with my interests than Chris. That's all,
Got it. I think you guys should not ever talk about Cat's Eye on this podcast.
I try not to.
That's an arrestable offense from the two of you.
Because they suck or because they're good?
Actually, they're phenomenal, but they're children. They're all children.
Oh, I actually I don't know anything about them. How old are they?
The oldest
20s?
The oldest one was just 22.
Oh, I didn't realize I had no idea, honestly.
I think one of them just turned 18, and they posted a photograph on the Cat's Eye main page of her standing next to 2 balloons that said 1 and 8, which I felt scary. I said, maybe not that.
That'll get you.
Maybe not that one.
A little upskirt guy was into that one. He showed you that one.
He said, Jeremy's son, look.
Every guy who likes that photo belongs in a Japanese jail.
Yeah, put them on a list.
That's what's crazy is that there are guys out there that couldn't resist liking that photo, even though they know we can see it. That's
the question I have about something like Sydney Sweeney. Like, okay, like because I make fun of my friends when I see them like have a like under just like a complete obvious, like those guys who are like trying to tell a story, but they have like either a stuffed pair of underwear or a full erection.
Craziest thing happened to me at the store today. Anyway, I'm 8 inches soft. So.
Yeah. But I see someone. But you see someone throw a like at that, and you're like, okay, but you know other people can see that you like this. Like, why would you not just look and keep it moving?
We talk about this all the time, dude. This is a real straight man problem because it's like,
okay, well then when you say that to your husband, what does he say?
He doesn't like those kinds of things. He knows I don't like that. And not because I'm jealous, more so because I'm like, have some class. Like,
yeah,
like, you know, throw the like at Charles Melton on the cover of ID magazine doing the sort of like 1950s pinup reimagination. Like, that's chic.
Yo, I think you're right. I think you can get away with this if it's the right thing. If it's Cindy Sweeney fucking Yabos out and it's, you know, it's in a magazine, it's fine.
Okay, so don't like the diaper one, but then, you know, we can double tap when Petra Collins does the tasteful cat's eye spread, then it's art.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's honestly, if it's art, you can like it. If it's not art, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's just really rough. It's really rough out here. And I just like, I see too many people being too casual with the likes. And I actually think that some people should be disincentivized from behaving like that on Maine. Right. Like my friend said that he's not my friend. That was weird, like parasocial. I think maybe I was thinking that me and my friend talked about this guy, but there's a guy who's a really good chef. He like actually is like obviously a very talented chef.
Yeah, Pierce Abernathy. He's been on this podcast. Go ahead.
This guy Cedric with a K, and he'll make food, and it should just be that, but then he'll like start spitting on it and like putting his fingers in it all erotic. It's like so insane. And
I know what you're talking about.
And I think people came at him and were like, babe, this is too much. Like we actually did the wrong thing by liking this for so long because we thought it was a bit, but it's like lasted too long. And now
I bet his bank account says different.
But now he's just doing normal food content. Like he's just kind of like, hey guys, just like here making this thing now.
His lasagna likes have gone down considerably once he stopped fucking it with his fist. But we're doing what we can over here on the timeline.
Okay, so he horned it down.
Wait, do you think if this podcast didn't work out, you guys would be doing things like that? Like would you be like in your like Joe boxers or like Calvin? I don't know what kind of underwear you wear. Just sort of like
Tom
doing
Ford.
jumping jacks on Maine for like gay guys in Iowa.
No.
Depends on the check, but probably they wouldn't be able to pay me enough with my followers.
Jeremy, I could be a barista. You know what I mean? Like I could do. There's other shit I could do. I'm not above. Like I have this reputation. I'll fucking sweep the floor before I'm doing jumping jacks for fucking. Nah, I ain't doing all that.
So you're not.
I'll do a lot of shit.
You're not doing OnlyFans for flower arrangements.
Well, you've seen there was that whole storyline about the two cousins on Vanderpump Rules that do OnlyFans and like flirt with each other. It's a strange.
Honestly, if I had a twin brother, I would be doing that all the time. I'm sorry. I'm just like, that is such easy money. Gay people are so stupid. You don't even have to like have sex. You could just be like, hey, it's me and my twin. And you just like roll.
I only have to kiss my brother. We don't even fuck. It's so life is good, baby.
He doesn't get hard. He's my brother. He doesn't get hard at all. He's my brother. That'd be super weird if that happened.
I just think theater is fun. And I think that would be some really good theater / performance art. But again, I say that as someone who doesn't have a brother.
Yeah, sure. It's easier for you to say coming from a brotherless place.
Yeah.
All right. So the movie is out everywhere?
Listen, we didn't talk about the movie enough. I really need to get your take.
Well, I got to watch it.
You didn't watch it?
No.
You don't read and you don't watch.
No, I read. Jason doesn't read.
All he does is watch college football.
You watch college football?
No, Jason watches stuff I don't. This movie, though, I will say, as a person who doesn't watch movies, I saw the trailer for this in a theater because I was watching the Mark Jacobs documentary, and I was like, this movie looks great.
I'm not even that gay.
He turned your little straight movie off to put on a gayer movie.
Do you think that was my? Do you think that was my idea to spend a Sunday afternoon at the cinema seeing that, Jeremy? You think it was my wife?
Marked by Sophia felt like something you would maybe want to do.
I agree.
I'm a Sophia apologist. I was disappointed with that. Nothing happened. I didn't love it.
Yeah, I had another friend who came back with a really harsh review of that movie.
But the movie, this trailer was there, and I was like, wow, this looks awesome. This looks like a regular movie, like where stuff happens and it's just good. You know what I mean? It's not a 3-hour thing with machines.
And it's 71 minutes.
It is 71 minutes. Everyone needs to go out and watch this movie. It's a great date night movie. You can take your boyfriend, you can take your girlfriend, you can take your best friend. Y'all sit, have some drinks. Maybe things get interesting afterwards. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Okay. How much? If
you see this movie, you're gonna fuck.
Yeah, great. That's a good selling point. Okay, the movie's out everywhere today or tomorrow or Friday.
Yeah, it's out. Well, it's not everywhere. New York and LA today. Then we start opening wide next week, and then wider and wider. Like, never mind. That's gonna be bad. That was too much. That was too I was
much.
about to make like a really bad like callback to another thing we were talking about, and I was like, that's horrible.
You'll eventually have a gaping theatrical release, is what you're saying.
Yes, really gaping, like the lasagna that Cedric is.
And straight guys, this movie is about how awesome volcanoes are. There's a lot of dope volcano footage out there.
A straight guy made the movie.
Straight guy made the movie.
That representation matters. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
Do you think? I thought it was a little. It took me a minute to get used to Charli's partner looking too George to me.
Yeah, it's a little George coded. I thought that as well.
Well, you know what's crazy is that Pete and I weren't thinking about that at all when Will got cast. Will is Pete's like straight guy actor avatar, right? Like if he had a Kirsten Dunst, that's his Kirsten Dunst. And Pete has hair, but Will happens to be a bald person. And so I do think for the fans it's a little uncanny valley, but it's not on purpose.
Okay.
No, I think I'm sure it made it easier for her to get into character. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, no, I think it's harder because like I think what she had to pretend like she thought he was swagless, and I think that when you see her with George,
but at least this guy's not asking her to come see him DJ at 2 a.m. at fucking Public Records. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but George doesn't sit down when he pees in front of her. You know what I mean?
Are you sure about that?
I am not sure about that. Yeah, what's the percent?
Actually,
what's the over
ask.
under percentage of pees that you do seated versus standing?
I don't pee sitting down.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Tell him you don't do that shit. That's for women, right?
No, it's not for women. It's just like I don't like sitting down. I'm too tall that my knees start to hurt. You know?
Damn, Gramps. All right, shit.
We need to get you a toilet XL. Get the big. Did they have Totos in Japanese jail?
They're not in Japanese jail, but they did have a weirder toilet. We'll talk about that later.
It has a camera in it. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Okay, Jeremy, we love you.
Jeremy, yeah, we love you. Thank you for doing this.
Love you too.
Always a pleasure.
Euphoria in theaters now. Great little flick.
Great little flick. No, thank you. We'll see you soon. Good luck.
Thank you.
Kochany, najpiękniejsze z wszystkich słów. Kochany, kochany, jeszcze innych słów miłości